Hi, good afternoon, and welcome back. Now we actually gonna start doing something like scoring, for example. So every time you hit the asteroid, you get some score. Not when you destroy it, but every hit that you do to it, it will give you some score. Then I'm gonna teach you a bit about GUIs, how to display it on the screen. Then later on, when it comes to the networking, everybody can get scores out of shooting the asteroids and enemies and so on and so forth. So to start out, first we're gonna open up the move script and go to the area where we have our bullet down. Now this might sound kinda crazy. Well, have you ever heard the saying, I'm gonna kill you with a bullet with my name on it? Well, pretty much that's what we're literally doing. So in here, give the bullet our name. So now in here we made a rigid body clone, and then we say clone instantiate the bullet, and then we gave it velocity by hitting the dot since it's already rigid body. We can actually go in here and say clone dot game object dot name equals my transform dot name. Later on we can actually change our own ship name. Right now that wouldn't matter so much, so if you go ahead and go on the scene, you're gonna see that your prefix is gonna say player ship. Now we actually name it clone, so every time you hit play, you're gonna see it's gonna say player ship clone. Now every time you hit shoot a bullet, it's gonna say player ship. It's gonna show several times player ship, player ship. So now all the bullets are named player ship. So now I can go ahead and click. We're gonna make a new script in here where it says player script. Create C#, and I'm gonna call it score. Then go ahead and open it, and then I'm gonna make a public variable. It's gonna be an int integer, and I'm gonna name it score equals 0. And then for the start, there's nothing for it for now. And then for the update, what we can do to test this out, we're gonna say debug.log. Now in between the parentheses, if you do quotations, that's just kind of like say things to yourself. Equally anything that you want, blah 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 blah. So in this case, I'm gonna say score, just like that, and then you can add the variable that you're trying to check for. So in this case, it's gonna be score. Right now I'm not gonna put in GUI yet until I make sure that the score works. So now I'm gonna go ahead, click on my playership prefab, and drag the score script on it. Make sure he has it. So when you hit play, you're going to see the score right here on the lower left. And now we are going to click on our asteroid prefab and check for the asteroid damage. Now there are several things that we need to do in order to be able to get the score to that player. So first of all, it's going to be, we're going to need a public string. We got name equals, and then it's just going to be quotations, so it's empty. So public string empty. The next one is going to be public transform player. Somehow we're going to get his transform. The next one is going to be a public, and it's going to be actually type score. We're literally saying we want a type of that script, and I'm just going to call it S or SC for score. So you can actually call your scripts as a variable in here. That's when you do get component, somehow get another script. And then the last thing will be, I'll just put it right here on top. It's a score that the asteroid is going to give. So I'm going to say public int score, and then for now I'm just going to make it so it equals 5. So every time you hit the asteroid, it's going to give you 5 points. Okay? I'll be seeing you in the next video, and we can continue with the scoring part.